UK Hollywood Ruben Network on YouTube and live stream on Mixer here in Austin.
Somebody stop me. Somebody stop me. Lord, if I'm doing it wrong, stop me.
Firm link for those who do not subscribe on the Mixer thing. Yeah, I'm looking forward to Super Bowl weekend. I'm cheering. Oh, sorry. Blanked out. Alright, let's get ready. Who we got? Alright, a little spaced out, but let's go. Way ahead, we got this one. I didn't record yesterday by accident. Phew, Super Bowl, man, it's more like, I lost the bet out of the way of Lakers and LeBron. I hate it. Oh well, it's what it is. But let's go. Ooh, it's gonna be a field goal type game. I feel it'll be a field goal type game. Super Bowl. Unless Tom Brady blow him out. But oh. All right. I know. There. Okay.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the east side of the Bay Bridge in Oakland, California. The pregame festivities here in Oakland have to be seen to be believed. This crowd in silver and black, they are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the Chicago Bears. Cody Parkey now ready to get this one started. And off we go from Oakland.
Yeah, get out of the way.
Hey, 734. Watch in. Get set. 180. 29.
On first down, Carr. And Cook has it left side. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Carr. And he finds Cook. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And that is incomplete here.
That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes there's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
Down. 180. 618. Hey, do what's right. Let 5-man box.
Throwing again. Carr. The middle of the field, he's got Nelson. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. He got 29 yards that time. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this. And, hey, how you guys didn't come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
So 2nd in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Again, it's Carr. Being chased out left. And it'll be intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. Accelerating, and off he goes.
Go down.
20, 10, 5. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Cody Parkey is on now for the point after. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Here comes Nelson. Now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And he'll take this back down inside the 20.
As that ball got away from him, and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
First carry now for Jordan Howard. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up first and goal.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Jordan Howard, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Bears will extend their lead. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. Able to find Shaheen here. And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away.
I fell for it.
Okay, partner, got to fit in some Super Bowl chatter here. We're going to have New England and the L.A. Rams, two teams that had to go on the road and win their respective conference titles.
And think about this. The Patriots, who went to 8 straight AFC championship games, back in the Super Bowl yet again, yet they believe they're the underdogs and feel like the whole world is against them. How did they get to adopt that posture? But it's working for them.
And remember, by the way, the Patriots, their first Super Bowl win was against the Rams back in their St. Louis days.
So a lot has changed for the Rams since then. And the Patriots, consistently the most successful team in the NFL. This is going to be fun.
Carr and the Raiders come up first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
694. Monday, down. 180. Dude's right. Hey, here we go.
Snap comes at 1, and it's Carr. Lets it go for Nelson. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Here's Carr. In the middle, it's Jared Cook. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some...
And he fires one that's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
They go with Howard to begin the drive. And he's going to lose yardage back to his own 1-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
They've got to do a better job up front and create some space because they're right there, almost literally on their own goal line.
Just a couple of feet away from a safety. That could have been disastrous. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. That'll bring up 3rd and 8.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
On 3rd down, this is Howard. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis back with you as it's Bears football here to begin quarter number 2. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. And from their own end zone, it's a fake. And the surge is going to be too much defensively. He's hit and taken down to the backfield. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool him. For the Oakland Raiders, quite a season that just passed, and not in a great way. 4-12 in John Gruden's return as a head coach. You look forward to the offseason. Questions about where they're going to play next year while they transition to Vegas, but they've obviously got other questions as well.
They do, and a lot of that centers in how are they going to put together this team now, because they've dismantled it in a sense. How do they put it back together? Brand new general manager coming on board. John Gruden still has the heavy influence, but they'll start with 3 first-round picks in April's draft, including number 4 overall. A reason for optimism as they make their move to Las Vegas in 2020.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
Get set, get set.
Shotgun now for Carr. And he's got his tight end, Cook, in the end zone. Touchdown, Raiders. Jared Cook from 6 yards away. And the Raiders are back within a score. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And this is back to an 8-point game. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. For the Chicago Bears, Charles, it's kind of the dust settles on this season. How do you think that they will remember it? Because right now, the fresh wound is there with the missed field goal. We get that. But it's a pretty good season they just had.
It certainly has been. Remember, they were last in the NFC North in 2018. They won the division in 2019, their first NFC North title since 2010. They acquired Khalil Mack to begin the year. And remember, they had a heartbreaking loss at Green Bay on a Sunday night to open the season. A lot of teams would have gone south after that. Instead, they went 7-1 at home. Won 9 of 10 to close the year. They're going to be heard from in seasons to come.
Over the middle, complete. It's Burton. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Trubisky. They'll roll him out right. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. On 1st down, Trubisky buying time to his left. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. On 2nd down, here's Trubisky. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. Flush to his right. Now he'll let it go deep. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Darryl Worley.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. Throw left side, complete. That's Cook. And they work this out past the 25. 23 yards on the play. Two minutes to go here in the 1st half. We'll come back to Oakland after this. Carr now on first down. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Well, a reminder to everyone out there, coming up soon, the NFL Club Championship event. Now, there are a handful of those club events that haven't been determined yet, but eventually there will be a representative from each of the 32 NFL teams. It's about $700,000 worth of prize money, and it's all going to take place live on Twitch every day at 3 Eastern, noon Pacific, starting January 30th and running through February 2nd. Don't miss it. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Now,
Working from the gun, it's Carr. Lets it go for Nelson. And got his man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big gain of 31 on 3rd down. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Throwing on first down is Carr. Roberts with it over the middle. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Get set. 29. 24.
3-on-3. Motion.
Again, they'll throw with Carr. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Now Carr again. It's caught. Nelson. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So in the 2nd quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shout.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Seth Roberts, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. And a little time left on the clock, so on the other side, they're thinking, first we'd like to get that lead right back.
Yeah, thanks for pointing that out. Here I am going ahead and tapping out the first half. But still time. They've got to make a decision about what they want to do on the kickoff, whether they want to let their return guy touch it.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
He'll go.
A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. On the crossing route, complete. It's Burton. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead. As it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Bluff time. Bluff.
Now Trubisky on 1st down. Flushed out right. And now running right through it. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. On 2nd down, Trubisky. Looking deep for Gabriel. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time, and it's 3rd and short.
We're going to make him kick a field goal.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
18.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. Going up top for Miller. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This from 54 yards away. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. So we reach halftime with the visiting Bears out on top here. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
They'll throw on 1st down with Trubisky. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. On 1st down, they run with Howard. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
Had an open man that time. They ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. The Bears on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 4. Throwing here, Trubisky. Escaping the pressure right. And Robinson with a big catch. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down. And the young buck showing that ability, that agility to dance outside of the pocket, complete the deep ball.
And don't think for a second that the coaching staff didn't have their heart rate accelerate a little bit there, right? Anytime you have those young quarterbacks and they get outside of the pocket, you're just hoping that they make good decisions because so many things can happen that can go wrong when you throw it downfield like that. He got away with it there and in a big way.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. This is Howard on 2nd down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there, because this has been a pretty long drive, and normally you think that wears down in defense. In this case, it looked like the offensive line let them down a little bit.
They allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff him for a loss. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see? And look at this, another fake, but he will not make the first down marker. That'll be a turnover on downs. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
Down! 180! 24.
On first down, Carr. And this one's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Carr. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long.
Raider 1. You got 56 there.
From the gun, it's Carr. And he finds Carr. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line.
You got 56 there.
Operating from the gun, Carr. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. 3rd touchdown pass now for Derek Carr. And the Raiders are able to cash in for 6.
Oh, wow.
Carlson on for the PAT. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. Carlson now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll begin the drive with Howard. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They go with Howard again. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Back now in the East Bay. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the fourth quarter. A good run by Jordan Howard, and now another 1st and 10.
Hang on, you see it? You see it? Go! 180! 80's getting the ball here. 80's getting the ball. Check.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Sliding out of the pocket. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. This is caught. It's a big-time play there for the Bears. 58 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
Touchdown, Bears.
That was not a designed run. It was supposed to be a pass, but it turned into an exceptional run. What a scramble for a touchdown.
Now an important extra point here to stretch. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead and, oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
It's so risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
All right, time to milk this clock.
The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
6-18.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
Carr now on 1st down. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Khalil Mack in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
6-18. Now, 180.
From the gun, Carr. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
Do it again. Let's do it again.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, Carr. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Give him 30 yards there. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
White Monday down.
time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. He's back to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Roberts. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Nice, well coached, a team that understands what's going on. They still have time to work the middle of the field as they just did there.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. They'll look to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. A Raiders first down. Carr hooking up with Cook. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
Monday down. Get set, get set. All right, get set, fellas.
Again, it's Richard. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. And now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short in the end zone.
And that's caught inside the 35. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, what, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving Day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gaudens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. And a great game comes down to this. Time for one play, and they've got to get it in the end zone.
And I want every cover guy I've got in the game on defense, every extra defensive back who can make a play on the football. So whether it's nickel, dime, quarter, whatever you want to call it, I want 5, 6, 7 guys back there.
One last shot for Trubisky. And a big loss here as he's taken
clutch
down.
sack right there. Ruben being clutch today.
Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield. Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield, and that's your ball game.
Came back and win. Wow, that was
so that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Black Hole celebrates. The Raiders are winners here as we say so long from Oakland.
I'm trying to go play for the field goal, but it's well, I was trying to play for the field goal. Wow. That's kind of impressive. Let's get it. Now everybody stays up to the northeast. Cold. Not part of the north. Northwest, Pacific Northwest. Hope you guys stay warm. I don't know. And you know, where I live, the closest getting over here is like 1 degree. Cold. Better than that. It's sweaty. Oh.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the east side of the Bay Bridge in Oakland, California. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The folks around the stadium clad in silver and black going to make every last game played in Oakland count. They're ready to go as their Raiders get set to match up with the Los Angeles Rams. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Now a first down throw, gone. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the play. They go play action here on first down. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. 23 yards on the play.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 more on that one and another first down. Gurley, of course, was right in the mix for a rushing title, but missed the final couple weeks of the year and ended up finishing third with 1,251 yards, but did have a league-high 17 rushing touchdowns.
Yeah, the first in Sean Alexander in 2003, 2004 to lead the NFL in total touchdowns 2 years running. How about 2 years in a row he doesn't get a chance to win a rushing title? This year because of injury, the year before because they rested him in the last game. And the first year he said, it doesn't matter much. This year he admitted he really wants to win one of those rushing titles.
And you know one surprising nugget is that he's the only guy to rush for 1,000 yards in each of the last 2 seasons. Back to throw, gone. Steps away to his left. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. They get 6 yards going for it on 4th, and now it's 1st and goal. They'll run. Anderson. That gets them 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
And, Brad, they went to a little defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
They'll run for it with Anderson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. C.J. Anderson taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Rams take it right down and score on the opening drive. Zerline good with a PAT. And it's now a 7-0 game. Zerline out now to kick this one away. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Down, 180. Purdue, Express.
Shotgun now for Carr. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Michael Brockers in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their 2nd down call is going to look like now.
Now Carr throwing on 2nd down. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Michael Brockers in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now, 185. Right now.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they'll look to throw. He's got a man, complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 44-yard line. On 3rd down, that is a big-time play for the Raiders. 46 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down is Carr. And incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Carr will try it again on 2nd down. 20! Over the middle, complete. That's Nelson. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Give him 30 yards there. So how about this for field position after the big play? 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Ready to go now in the 2nd quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Raiders in possession of the football. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10.
We'll show these Lavitt fans how it's done. I'm an LA kid. I don't get me wrong. I'm not seeing you.
Again, they'll throw with Carr. That is caught at the 7-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And this is going to be intercepted. John Johnson with the INT. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And by the way, need to pass along a reminder that our ladder for the Madden Challenge tournament is still open in MUT drafts until February 11th. And the prize pool for the Madden Challenge, folks, $190,000.
And who wouldn't want to participate in something where you could get a piece of $190,000?
That's what I'm wondering. Get
in, get it done. Let's have some fun.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there. So from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
76.
They're going to go for it. It's gone. And this is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Raiders on down their way out of the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
A good pickup there at 22. Two minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Oakland after this. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. From the gun, Carr. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Jordy Nelson from 6 yards away. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing out.
I will take advantage.
But what a quick turnaround there. They get the football. Next play, boom, touchdown.
I've been in a situation before where a turnover occurs. If you're over on the bench with your defensive mate and you're talking about what to do on your next series, and all of a sudden you hear sudden change, you've got to get out on the field and defend right away. Not everyone is mentally prepared to go.
Is that what is yelled on the sidelines a lot of times?
That, among other things.
Take that.
Maybe some words we can't share here.
Yeah, we'll just keep this one PG.
FCC violation.
No doubt.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, let's see if they can recoup and recover. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the play. Now Goff on 1st down. And that's caught left side. It's Woods. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. On 1st down, Goff dumps it off to Gurley. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
It's caught left side by Cooks. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
I I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
So 5 plays on this drive, Charles. All passes, all completions. And just like that, they're in the red zone.
And don't you think the playbook opens up a little bit more now? Because all they've done is throw the football. If you want to run it now, you may very well have them fooled.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing again is gone. Forced out to his left. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Todd Gurley in the final seconds of the first half. And the Rams are in for 6. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Zerline out now to kick this one away. And now here come the Raiders. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper
Let's go crazy.
play.
All or nothing.
But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. The final shot here before half for Carr. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've come to halftime. It's the visiting Rams taking the lead to the break. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
694. Go, go. Get set, get set.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And Cook has it left side. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Down. 280. 29. 734. 280.
On 2nd down, here's Carr. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Down. 180. Hey. Yeah, 98's down. 58, 98.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. It's caught. Nelson. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A big 30-yard play on 3rd. Now, he's got their only touchdown. This offense struggling. They target him again.
Everyone is looking for the hot hand, and sometimes you just don't have it. Maybe it's just lukewarm. but you go to that guy and try and turn it hot. Try and get things going. Find it.
And now the ball's out. Lost it. Fumble. And the Rams have got it back.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Here's Goff now on second down. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. He was in search of his tight end, Tyler Higbee, and it's third down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. A shotgun snap for Goff. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. They needed 14. They got 15 here on third down. Goff on first down. Quick hitch, complete. It's Reynolds. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. Again, Goff. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 48, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
Take a shot at it.
Down. Blue 80. You got 56 there.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
93. 93.
On first down, Carr. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
All right, try to run the ball.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Later 2.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
So we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Here's Carr to throw. And that one knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively on what will be the final play of the 3rd quarter.
I'm scared. I ain't scared.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. From the gun, it's Carr. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Akeem Talib. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Now it's Goff off the bootleg. He'll buy some time right. Right side complete. That's Woods. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, a 22.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Dancing to his left. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
But they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another first down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively, you've got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. On first down, it's Gurley. Down right around the 25. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Just about all 11, probably crashing the line here. They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And they'll get this down to the 10. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. On 1st and goal, Gurley. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
Just keep the ball on the ground. Do a little pounding. Chew up some clock. If they can get it in, that might be enough to get them home. And if not, the clock is definitely their friend.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. They come out here in the eye. 3rd and goal. Gurley. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave them with a 4th and goal.
There are certain drives in a game where anything less than a touchdown that caps it feels like an absolute disappointment. This is one of those drives.
Yeah, he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
And Zerline's kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, you know, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but, boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. So out come the Raiders. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again. But they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly. Then they'll take it from there.
Back to throw. Carr. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 35. A big play that time for the Raiders. And even 40 yards.
Go, go. Raider 2.
Carr to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one. Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right? Just us against the world and get it done. Oh, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
And this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. From Oakland, we sign off. So long, everybody. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the east side of the Bay Bridge in Oakland, California. The pregame festivities here in Oakland have to be seen to be believed. This crowd in silver and black, they are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the Kansas City Chiefs. Bitter rivals going back to their AFL days in the 1960s. The Chiefs and Raiders are underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Mahomes now on first down, rolling to his right. Well, he's going to take a shot right away, and it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And that's caught inside the 35. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play, and even 50 yards.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down. And again, it's Mahomes. Dumps that off to Ware. Open space inside the 10. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Spencer Ware, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Chiefs take it right down and score on the opening drive. Butker now to kick this one away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Carr and the Raiders come up first and 10 at the 40. Shotgun now for Carr. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Carr now on first down. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
Down. 29.
Throwing again. Carr lets it go for Nelson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. Spins by. And a very good return as he'll take it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes being chased out left. And they finally catch up to him and take him down. Jeez, where was he going? A huge loss there.
I know there would be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side. Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going.
On 2nd down, here's Mahomes, eluding the pressure right. Frosty Rucker in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs are going to lead to a 3rd and long.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Here we go. Blue 45. Blue 45.
From his end zone, Mahomes on 3rd and long. He'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And, that is going to be a safety. So the screen pass goes backwards. That play seemed to have a potential disaster written all over it from the start.
I mean, wasn't that a tough spot on the field to make that call? You're inviting defensive linemen and linebackers to get pressure. So if one of them sniffs this out, you're definitely in danger. And this time, it cost them 2 points.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 right at the 30.
You got 56 there. 24.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. He's got this complete to Marcel Aitman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the 1st.
Okay, just be patient right now. Just playing patient right now.
Yo, Chief. Get down, get down. Blue 80. 29. 734.
Throwing on 1st down is Carr. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the, and that's caught inside the 30. And it's a big play there as he is finally taken down on what will be a terrific final act of this 1st quarter. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Carr. And he's got his tight end, Cook, in the end zone. Touchdown, Raiders. Jared Cook, a 15-yard touchdown. Cash in for 6. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is now 2. Nelson now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
On first down, Mahomes, flush to his right. To the right side, it's Kelsey. A gain of 32 that time.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Buying time to his left. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Flushed out right. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelce, 30 yards. And the Chiefs are in for 6. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Butker now to kick this one away.
Get that out of there.
Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got in the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
637. 93.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Oh, nice move at midfield. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Nelson. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. A big play there. Carr to Nelson, 48 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Carr now on first down. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Anthony Hitchens in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Down, 180. You got 56 there.
Operating from the gun, Carr. And that is incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Carr going to throw. It's caught, Nelson. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So it's 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. From the gun, Carr. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Chris Jones. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Carlson able to put this one through. And that will cut the lead down to just 2. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they remove momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
After the made field goal, Carlson now sets up to kick this away. And the Chiefs now getting set to go. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch, counter punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the sideline, get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself,
and this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. That goes for a gain of 31.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Mahomes now on first down. Steps away to his left. Caught. Kelsey, left side. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards. A first trip to the red zone for KC. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And they'll get him down right around the 16. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. There was Gerald Worley there to knock that one free.
Quick hands that time to knock that one away. It sure looked like a short touchdown, but able to get a good break on the football and force the incompletion.
Forced out to his left. And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelsey with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. Butker now to add the extra point. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Butker now to kick this one away. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
An incomplete, crisis averted, almost picked. Instead, second down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points.
And got his man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
Now, 29.
On first down, Carr. And this one complete to Seth Roberts. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Carr now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. Carr to throw again. Going for it all. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Carr will try it again on 2nd down. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. He hit his first one, this from 44 yards out now. The kick by Carlson is good. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Butker now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the 2nd half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Throwing on first down. Carr. Roberts with it over the middle. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective. Able to stop him before we get a good head of steam going.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 46.
You're mine. Go.
Again, they'll throw with Carr. Lets it go for Nelson. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Jordy Nelson, 46 yards. And the Raiders have drawn even here, and they can take the lead with the extra point to come. Carlson now to add the extra point. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And that will put them on top here in the 3rd. Carlson now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A good pickup there, a 22.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. And he floated one out there incomplete. He was looking again for Kelsey there on that play. And now it's second down. With that ball hitting the ground, let's take a spin around the league real quick.
Oh, wow.
Last week we discussed the head coaching vacancies. There were 8 of them. Well, a lot of those places have already found new coaches, Charles. Some old faces in new places. Bruce Arians in Tampa Bay. Adam Gase staying in the AFC East, jumping from Miami to the Jets. And how about some of the new fellas?
Yeah, how about Cliff Kingsbury? He went to USC to be the offensive coordinator after losing his job at Texas Tech. Ends up being the head coach of the Arizona Cardinals. Freddie Kitchens gets the job in Cleveland, gets the promotion. Vic Fangio finally getting his shot to be a head coach. He's going to Denver. And Matt LaFleur, he's going to work with Aaron Rodgers in Green Bay.
Yes.
And that leaves us with 2 remaining spots, Cincinnati and Miami, still searching. Mahomes in the offense staying out there. They'll go for it on 4th.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
They do go for it. It's Mahomes. Dancing to his left. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. Mahomes now on 1st down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Mahomes will try again on 2nd down. Escaping the pressure right. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. The Chiefs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Black 58 round.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
And he'll take this one down near the 15. In on the stop, it's Tahir Whitehead.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Incomplete, almost intercepted.
All right.
They haven't picked him off yet. Would have been a great time for the first, but instead it's 3rd down. A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd, eluding the pressure right. And it's caught. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelce, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs are in for 6.
That's not easy.
Andy Reid never one to shy away from taking chances. He'll go for 2.
Here we go now. Blue 49.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a two-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Get set. 180. Come here. Express.
From the gun, it's Carr. And Cook has it, left side. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. So with a yardage on that completion, he's now right at exactly 300 yards on the game.
And isn't that the magic number you get, all right, 300? That means it's going to go on a commemorative football to put on your mantle when they give you the game ball if your team wins. So much confidence flowing through him right now, throwing the football. I think it's permeated itself throughout the entire team. They feel good about what they're doing.
Get down. 280. Express. 93.
Carr now on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Cook. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Now Carr. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down.
Down. 180. 93. 93.
Carr to throw on second down. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Now Carr throwing on second down. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Chris Jones in there to drop him for his 2nd sack now here tonight. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Shotgun now for Carr. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and goal. Back to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Jordy Nelson Wilson, his second touchdown of the night. And the Raiders have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Carlson now to kick this one away. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. He's back to throw. Flush to his right. He's got it. This is Ware. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. A big play there for KC. 48 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Okay.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. Look at the spin. Oh, now he bowls him over. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down.
This defense needs a big play in the worst way because so far, they're not putting up much of a fight. If they don't get a stop here soon, this game could be over for them.
They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Now whistles and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Ware takes the give from Mahomes. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. They run again with Ware. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. On 2nd and goal, standing out in the backfield, Williams. He'll get it up the middle. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And the offense will get this one back. Boy, that could have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster. Now the timeout will be called, so they're in field goal range with 3 seconds left.
You might get it. It's too easy.
Everything right now resting on the right foot of Harrison Butker. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. And the kick by Butker is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. A lot of scoring.
Right,
there's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say good night from Oakland.
Damn, at least we had a cool game. Almost pull off the comeback. Okay, we got Louisville on Saturday, 2 p.m.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with the Oakland Raiders. A clash of two of the more fervent fan bases around. The Cowboys and the Raiders are underway. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Throwing on first down is Carr. And his first look is incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that that fell harmlessly to the ground. Back to the air on second down. It's Carr. Throw left side complete. That's Cook. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
And he completes it to Jordy Nelson. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Again, it's Carr. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Going for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. His throw incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down? The offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Carr again here on 2nd and 10. And this is Cook with the grab. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. And a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short. Now Carr again. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So, second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So, if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game, too. On the ground, Richard. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A great play there. Taking it in from 2 yards out.
Oh, touchdown. Oh, good. hope you guys, the ones that are going to the Super Bowl, hope you have fun. Enjoy the festivities and all the... Oh, man. Down in the dirty South. And so, hope you have fun.
We're at the home of the Super Bowl 52 champions, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. The scene in South Philly a few moments ago. Boy, the city of brotherly love is fired up. They're saying, "Fly, Eagles, fly," as they get ready to match up with Derek Carr and the Oakland Raiders. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. On first down, Carr looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Cook, and he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. On the ground, this is Jalen Richard, and he stopped immediately there. Fletcher Cox there for the tackle.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, "Hey, these pants make me look fat." And we said, "Nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy."
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. They'll run it now out of the gun. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. So opening drive, 3 straight runs, unable to pick up the first.
I know the fans want to see first downs, but guess what? The coaches have reasons for what they're doing. Sometimes they've scripted it, and some of these runs, while they haven't been successful now, they may be successful later on.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They do go for it. It's Carr. Eagle pressure. Too much this time. Down he goes. Fletcher Cox coming up the middle. Gets him there for a loss of about 9. Now the first carry for Wendell Smallwood. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Here's Foles. Screen pass to Sproles. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Well contained there defensively. The screen gets only a yard, and it's 4th. And Elliott puts this one through. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Carl try it again on 2nd down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Looks for Nelson, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Next, the receivers have spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Foles. Airs this out for Matthews. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And the Raider drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 11. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
And down he'll go at the 25. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a 1st down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Carr. Throw left side complete. It's Cook. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That one good for 13 and a Raider 1st down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Ready to go now in the 2nd quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Raiders in possession of the football. They've got it here with a 1st down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
93.
Carr now on 1st down. Being chased out left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. The man whose father is a Raider Hall of Famer, Chris Long, able to get in there and drop him behind the line. On second down, here's Carr. He's going to fire one deep over the... And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And that one results in 35 yards. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Carr. Oh, he can't hang on. That was a dream chance for any D lineman to possibly get a pick. But instead it falls down incomplete. 2nd and 10 now from the 27.
You got 56 there.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Carr. And Nelson's got it here right side. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A good pick up there of 20 yards. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Operating from the gun, Carr. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Jordy Nelson from 6 yards away. And the Raiders are able to cash in for 6. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Carlson now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. Twisting away. Oh, and now some space to operate. And he's going to wind up bringing this one inside the 45-yard line.
Now, that's the kind of return that warms the heart of a special teams coach. He'll be pushing us next time, Brandon, to make sure his guys are introduced in the starting lineups. These guys have such an influence on every game. The unsung heroes, remember, they have their own meetings, their own practice time, heck, their own spot on the bench in order to be ready to play each and every week.
That's going to be caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Dallas Goedert, 42 yards. And the Eagles are able to cash it in for 6. And he puts it through. Elliott now to kick this one away. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out, and that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. To throw his Carr, and he rifles one incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Back to the air on 2nd down. Carr. And Cook has it left side. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider 1st down. Two minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. Carr now on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Cook. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. On first and 10, Carr. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up second and 10. To throw again, Carr. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Just shot at it.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Carr to throw again. It's caught. Nelson. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
We used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still... And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Michael Bannon, he's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Shotgun now for Carr. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. And before they can run this 3rd down play, we're going to get a timeout, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. The Raiders on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. From the gun, Carr, and he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Jared Cook, as the first half is winding down, and the Raiders are able to cash in for 6.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
14 seconds, all that's left of this first half as they come up on first down. The first carry for Josh Adams. And he powers his way up past the 30. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now Foles. Wide open receiver complete. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he goes out of bounds after a solid return to the 45.
That strong return has set them up nicely for this drive, and we all know the next score is going to have a major impact on this game.
The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. This one complete to Sproles. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Darren Sproles, 55 yards. And the Eagles are able to cash it in for 6. Elliott good with a PAT. And it's now 17-14. Elliott now to kick this one away. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Carr. Throw left side complete. It's Cook. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. He's up to 88 yards receiving in the ball game now, and he's got a 1st down. You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down is Carr. Got an open man. It's Aitman. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
You got 56 there.
From midfield, here's Carr. Hauling it in, Nelson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Carr again here on 2nd and 10. Lets it go for Nelson. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And that one results in 35 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
Again, it's Carr. And he's got his tight end, Cook, in the end zone. Touchdown, Raiders. 3rd touchdown pass now for Derek Carr. And the Raiders are able to cash in for 6. It's up and good to make it 21-17. Carlson now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. A beautiful fake. And they'll start in a hole here as he's brought down at the 11-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So 5 yards there as one of the big guys up front moved.
And in a 4-3 front, you've got the two defensive tackles right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football. Apparently, that didn't happen.
Flushed out right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the play. They'll look to throw here on first down. A dump off to Smallwood. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll make this a second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And that'll be incomplete. He was out there waving his arms saying, throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so, because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball, and he doesn't concentrate and drops it.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is fourth down. Here's Foles. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. They were caught in no man's land that time, but the decision to go for it, that was the right one. It's a first down. Foles now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's first and 10. And he's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits, and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the fourth quarter. They'll run on first down. Adams. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Josh Adams taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Eagles have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them to do that? What was
maybe
that?
they saw something on film, but do you see something on film when those to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
Carr and the Raiders come up first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Cook. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
On first down, Carr. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
I like how they worked the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
On first down, Carr under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Now Carr. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Fletcher Cox in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, Carr. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now Carr, got to have this one. He's going to air one out. And that is incomplete. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. First down, a run with Smallwood. And he's taken down inside the 30. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
And he's going to bring this one down to right about the 20-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. On 2nd down, Adams. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another 1st down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off. Now it's the all-purpose back. This is Darren Sproles. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Again, they'll run it. Again, it's Sproles. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Foles. And this is going to be incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
And the kick by Elliott is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And now Oakland ready to take the field. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution.
29.
Back to throw. Throw left side complete. It's Cook. Give them 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw. It's caught inside the 25. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one goes for 36 yards. He'll look to throw. Oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And now nothing but green ahead of him. Past the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Charles, we've seen them target one of their main weapons time and time again. Maybe they went to that well too many times there.
Yeah, and it's so difficult to determine how many times is too many, because how many times have we seen a team go and play and say, until they stop us, we'll keep going. Well, they got stopped on that one, and it cost them 6 points.
An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And now Oakland ready to take the field. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. Charles, in this one, I think the storyline really, the fourth quarter, coming into it neck and neck, but they were able to separate, put their foot on the gas, and get the win.
And since you mentioned neck and neck, I'm going to stay with a little bit of a horse racing theme. It was that close, and then really went into the gallop and finished it strong.
One more horse racing theme.
Go.
I am glad you posted today.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to EASports.com. The Eagles are winners here as we say so long from Philadelphia.
One more, I'm going to head out. more if I head out. Okay.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as you get a look inside Gillette Stadium here in Foxborough. A moment ago, the pride of Massachusetts, the Patriots, introduced to this, as always, sold-out crowd as they get set to go head-to-head with the Oakland Raiders. Here's the former Auburn kicker Daniel Carlson to get this one started. And we are underway in Foxborough. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
All right, here we go.
They go play action here on first down. Gronkowski's got it on the crossing route. A gain of 32 that time.
Well, there it is, partner. Brady to Gronk, their first connection of the game.
You think those two often in sync?
I don't think there's any question about it. And look, we know Gronk has a whole lot of fun, but he's deadly serious about his football, as is Tom Brady. Two great competitors, two fantastic players.
They'll check this one down to Michelle. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another first down from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Sony Michel, his first carry. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
The throw left side complete to Hogan. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A really nice gain of 25 yards. The Patriots into the red zone for the first time. They've got it 1st and goal at the 7. Trying to pound it in here with Michel. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead.
And he is in. Touchdown, New England. Sony Michel taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Patriots drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Gostkowski with the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 22. From the gun, it's Carr. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
Carr will try it again on 2nd down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Now Carr. It's caught. Nelson. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A very solid gain of 27. Carr now on first down. And this one complete to Seth Roberts. And he'll get it down here to the 43. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now Carr again. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. Kyle Van Noy coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
It doesn't start to have a good drive quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fair man.
Throwing now is Carr. He's going to go down again. Kyle Van Noy in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. And when you go 5 wide like they just did there, you can't really max protect, can you?
No, you cannot. What you're hoping is that by going 5 wide, you're forcing the defense into coverage. And if you do that, you got a chance to find some people downfield. But if they audible themselves and go into a blitz, then it's got to happen right now.
Or
very
lights
quickly,
out.
Or exactly right. Turn them out. That play's over.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field.
Get down, get down. Hey. Down.
They do go for it. It's Carr. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 27 yards, a big play there on 4th. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Down. 694.
Throwing on first down is Carr. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Dante Hightower coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Carr to throw on 2nd down. Lets it go for Nelson. This is caught inside the 15. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big play there. Carr to Nelson. 41 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. And the Patriots gearing up to go now. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
That goes for a gain of 31. Ah, yes, Brady to Gronk. You think these two are in sync?
Without a doubt. And look, they both understand what they can do for each other. Gronk knows if he gets open, the ball's going to be there. And Tom Brady knows what a great security blanket Gronk is. When all else fails, you find big 87.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it second and a foot or so. 2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. Back to Foxborough after this. Brady to throw on second down. This is White on the screen. White's got a first down and more. 23 yards on the play.
And that was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front, completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space, the big guys leading the way.
They'll give it to him up the middle. Give him 3 on the gain there, second and goal.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
To throw is Brady. And this is caught. It's Edelman. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a third and goal.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain. Partner, it's decision time now. I know it's still just the second quarter, but you have an opportunity to either kick the field goal or go for it and try and score a big-time touchdown. This is why the head coaches get paid the big bucks.
They'll go for it. It's Brady. That's a man, and it's Edelman for the Patriot touchdown. Julian Edelman from 3 yards out, and the Pats able to cash in for 6. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something...
The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. They come up on second and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Shotgun now for Carr. And his throw here's incomplete. And Charles got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
On third and long, it's Carr. He's going to fire one deep. Middle. He's got a man. Complete. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. And the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to fire one deep over. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. They give him a gain of 37. Into the red zone, it's Carr. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Again, they'll throw with Carr. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Jared Cook, the tight end, was the target. And it's 3rd and 5. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Carr to throw again. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Jared Cook in the final seconds of the first half. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. And he's got it up and through. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. So the Patriots coming out now. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Now Brady. Now he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. The final shot before half for Brady. Over the middle, that's caught by Hogan. And they work this well upfield across the 45. We now proceed to the start of the second half. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Carr now on first down. And Cook has it left side. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination. Guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Dante Hightower on the stop.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to clear up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Carr going to try and throw on 3rd down. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
6-18. Now, 185. Hey, Raider 2.
Here we go on 4th down with Carr. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the feet, into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Chung. And this one will be brought back to the 22. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. Throwing on first down is Brady. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
Sometimes with the running game, you just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic.
And the Raiders have got him.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play-action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
They fake the handoff. Now Brady. Gronkowski's got it on the crossing lane. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. He got 29 yards that time. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
It takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
The familiar refrain, Brady to Gronk for the New England first.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Into the red zone, it's Brady. This will be caught just inside the 10. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take it. Michel on an island by himself in the backfield. Second and goal. Play action. Now it's Brady. Escaping the pressure right. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down. They've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on third and goal? The quick slant caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Able to hold him to just 2 yards, and now it's fourth and goal.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first.
Shadow! 20, 380!
Brady to throw for it on fourth down. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Philip Dorsett, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Patriots have moved out in front. So now a big spot for the Pats as they'll go for 2. Again, they'll throw with Brady. And this one's caught. And their fourth quarter lead grows by a couple more. And the formula there on the 2-point try, they go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
Carr and the Raiders come up first and 10 at their 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Cook. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. First play of the drive in their hip pocket. Of course, the focus here has to be the touchdown or the two-point conversion. Field goals aren't going to help you.
Yeah, but how about that first play of the drive? Just to get them started. Nice game. Got some positive momentum going. They're on their way, and they don't have to rush.
Adrian Claiborne, the one who makes the stop. Carr to throw on 3rd and 1. And he finds Cook. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. 5th catch of the game for him there. Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver. Carr now on 1st down. Throw left side complete. It's Cook. Showed the nice footwork and then hit and dropped shy of the 45. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good. And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot, but that means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Give him 30 yards there. Carl come up here with a 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Again, it's Carr, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Kyle Van Noy in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Kyle Van Noy in there yet again. My goodness, make it 5 sacks for him now in this one game alone. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Adrian Claiborne in there again as this offensive line is in tatters. 3 sacks in 3 plays. Now Carr, got to have this one. He's going to let it fly. This is caught inside the 15. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. 31 yards. This drive starts out on the ground with Michelle. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Now whistles and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. As the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. Brady going to look to throw. They'll roll him out right. On the slant, he gets it to Gronkowski. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So a jump there defensively. It's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves. They will come up on a 1st and 5 following the encroachment penalty. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. As the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. Back to throw. Brady. This is White on the screen. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Here's Brady to Michelle on the screen. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And now we won't see play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. To throw is Brady. Steps away. Wide open, Julian Edelman. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. Brady going to throw here. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
And partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in